This is episode 3 of Magic and Muscles. It's my review. It's a anime on Netflix. You can go watch it right now. This is also just season 1, not season 2. So with that out of the way, I wanted to let you know that this anime it's good. Like, there's so many parts in it where I'm just like, what is going on? Like, how is this happening? Like, this part too, like when he has to fly on the broom, but if you know anything, like Marsh does not have magic, whereas nobody else really knows that. So it's like, he's like, all right, fly. And he ends up just like smashing and the broom ends up coming up. He's like, see, look, I told you to fly. And it's just these small little things because people get all upset. He's like, that's not cheating. His facial expression doesn't change at all. He's just a nice little dude. He's just chilling. He's just having a grand old time of his life. And he's like, what do you mean? It's like, stop talking about those things. That's not what I wanted to hear in the first place. But they end up going through. He ends up having this race. Everybody's shocked at how fast he goes because it's like what you see. Clash from yesterday, the one that I was talking about where he like ends up breaking the broom because he doesn't have any magic powers. So, all right, this is your mask, ready, go. And then as soon as she does that, he ends up just rushing through so very fast. And the other person was like, wait, how the hell did that just happen? Like, she doesn't even understand. And these are the things that I'm saying get a little bit out there. But it's like when he took a good look, as soon as he said start, he chucked his broom. He threw the broom. He threw it. He jumped up and he grabbed the broom while flying at the midair. And then he used the gap in between to be able to slow down the speed that he had to be able to make it look like he was flying. But it's like, how is that even possible? Because people have never seen things like this. And this is the aspect that I really enjoy about this anime is how people have never seen these types of things. Also, side note, this dude's a fucking dick, so like just keep that in mind for a little bit later. But Marsh, he ends up knowing how to stand up to him and like have the things that he needs to have. You go through this whole journey of telling Marsh of like why not to pick on this person. He ends up having his like gets like burned a little bit. But this is what I'm saying, like this anime is not good for like the first 3 episodes. Like it's just terrible. Like I'm just like this is god awful. Like I don't like the things that are going. But it's like Marsh also has to build it up to be able to get there. To be able to figure out what's happening, he ends up staying up to like the vice principal, still punches him in the face. He tells him that he'll end up burying him, like if he doesn't do anything. And I thought there's some symbolism there. It's just like, I'll bury you regardless of where you're at, just as much as you can expel me from the school. I can bury you at any time. Like, just look at this. He ends up getting disciplined by the headmaster, but it's just like he knows that he was standing up for like a reason, that he was actually helping his friends. Headmaster tries to tell him things that are going on and why he's getting expelled. Marsh ends up zoning out in this whole process. So he has to like dumb it down for him because Marsh is kind of a dumb guy. This is the other part that was a little bit much for me. Like when this comes in, this reminded me of, I'm trying to think of, it was like one of those like, you know which one I'm talking about, but it's just like, it's one of those things though. Like look at it. Like it just reminds me of the fucking like the old things. Like did you ever watch Speed Racer as a kid? If you ever watched Speed Racer as a kid, you know where they like do the normal random stuff and it's like the monkey and the guy. I'm talking about the live action movie. He's like, oh yeah, yeah. That's what this guy reminds me of. There's another one where it's just like those weird talking heads where it's blah, 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 blah. Just remember that type of stuff. Like that's what this gives me the impression of in this said scene. And for me personally, it was a little bit too much, but I still ended up watching it because I thought it was a fucking joke, and that's why like he's like, what? Like I don't want to be here. Like what are you talking about? Marsh doesn't want to have anything to do with him. But he just comes in and he just does like, so what's going on? He doesn't want to be a part of the broom, but it's this scene right here. So it's just like, hey, look at this, boom, 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 boom. Look at me, look at this. And it's one of those like old timey like anime cartoon tropes that I cannot remember what it's from, but I have a feeling that you probably know what it's from. But like from the type of animes that I typically watch, this was a little much for me, but I was just like, this is pretty good. Like it's pretty good in all honesty. So I ended up watching it. They end up going through this whole thing. They go down this whole spiel. This whole section also reminded me completely of like Hogwarts and like the essence of like Quidditch basically, because like look at this, it looks exactly like Hogwarts. Like you got the little Gryffindor, the Hufflepuff, the Slytherin, and then the Ravenclaw. Like you got all the homes in here, but it looks exactly the same. But Marshall's over here, he's like, I can't do magic. Like he's like, I didn't even want to be here at all. Like let's just give it a try. But I can't ride a broom. He ends up saying that over and over again, and then the head guy ends up coming down and talking to him. He's like, hey, what's going on? Like I can't do this. Well, actually, I guess that's in the next episode, so I can't be spoiling shit. So if you guys want to watch episode number 4 review, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell to make sure you never miss out another one of these videos. Go watch the anime yourself, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching.